Has the United States just deployed 1/3 of its navy near Iran? Reportedly, 15 destroyers, multiple submarines, and 2 aircraft carriers are now positioned for potential war, while ships are pulled away from the South China Sea, leaving Taiwan exposed. The U.S. has significantly increased its naval presence in the Middle East. At the center of this buildup is the USS Abraham Lincoln Carrier Strike Group, now operating in the CENTCOM region after being redirected from Indo-Pacific operations, including activity near the South China Sea. And now, the Navy's most advanced carrier, the USS Gerald R has also been ordered to the region. That creates a rare dual-carrier presence near Iran. Reports confirm around 15 guided missile destroyers across the region, 2 carrier strike groups either present or en route, nuclear-powered attack submarines capable of launching Tomahawk cruise missiles, additional air assets repositioned to bases in Jordan. Social media claims suggest more than 600 Tomahawk missiles could be within reach of Iran if all assets were fully armed. That's serious firepower. But here's the key. There is no verified evidence that 1/3 of the entire U.S. Navy is concentrated solely against Iran. The U.S. Navy operates 11 carriers and dozens of destroyers and submarines worldwide. 2 carrier groups represent a major show of force, but not 1/3 of the fleet. Some of these ships were previously operating in the Indo-Pacific. Pulling them west inevitably raises questions about Taiwan and China deterrence. Does this create a temporary vulnerability in the South China Sea? U.S. officials describe it as a strategic trade-off, shifting assets to where tensions are highest right now, Iran. This buildup comes as indirect nuclear negotiations resume in Geneva. President Donald Trump has warned of very bad consequences if diplomacy fails.
We have to make a deal, otherwise it's going to be very traumatic. Very traumatic. I don't want that to happen, but we have to make a deal. They should have made a deal the first time, and they got Midnight Hammer instead. And this will be very traumatic for Iran if they don't make a deal. Look, if they don't make a deal, then it'll be a different story. But we had a very good meeting yesterday with Bibi Netanyahu, and he understands, but it's ultimately up to me. If the deal isn't a very fair deal and a very good deal with Iran, then it's going to be, I think, a very difficult time for them in the back. I guess over the next month, something like that. Yeah, shouldn't take, I mean, it should happen quickly. They should agree very quickly.
The message appears clear. Diplomacy is on the table, but military readiness is fully activated. This is not necessarily a countdown to war. It is a calculated display of deterrence. 2 carriers, dozens of escorts, submarines beneath the surface, hundreds of potential cruise missiles. But in a region where miscalculations happen fast, the sheer scale of hardware increases the stakes dramatically. So, has the U.S. deployed 1/3 of its Navy against Iran? No confirmed evidence supports that claim. Has Washington positioned one of the most powerful naval concentrations in the world within striking distance? Yes. And with nuclear talks hanging in the balance, the next move, diplomatic or military, could define the region's future.
Subscribe to One India and never miss an update. Download the One India app now.